Hello everybody, so welcome back to the channel. After we have done our 28 days of training plan, it's time to do the summary. So let's move on. Hi everybody, first of all I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Junjie. I'm a physiotherapy student and this is my account, which is a physio community which I just opened about 1 to 2 years ago. So there is all about health related evidence-based practice inside, so if you are interested you can just go inside and have a look. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video at the end of the video. First of all, I would like to share briefly about all my 4 weeks of training plan here, as you can see in the screen now.
Alright guys, so this is my training schedule. I will explain the 4 weeks of this training in a brief way. So for my week 1, the aim for this week is to do a lot of easy run to gradually increase my training intensity so that I can find back my previous performance level. So in this week, I need to remain patient as well so that I won't start it too hard at the beginning to avoid any injury happen. So basically for my first week, you can see a lot of morning sessions, some is 2 sessions per day. So usually for my week 1, I consist a lot of easy run as you can see here, or I will pace it according to the time. So it might be 30 minutes at the beginning, then I proceed with further duration and further. So this is my week 2 training plan. So I was starting my trail running in Penang. In this week, I actually focus a lot to increase my running duration and also distance. In the same time, increase my training intensity. So day 8 will be my rest day. Then proceed with a lot of morning session is because I will explain it more in this video. So I did add in a badminton session as well. So basketball here as well to prevent I get tired for running as always. And I actually involved the trail in this day of 13 in Penang Hill. So for my week 3, I actually focus a lot more on my strengthening exercise to prepare myself mentally and physically for the speed training, and also further increase my running duration and distance. So basically you can see a lot of strengthening exercise here. So I did have my trail running 2 hours, while for my stationary bike, this is the bike I have it in my home to train to improve my endurance muscle, especially for the quadricep muscle of my lower limb. So a lot of upper limb and core strengthening exercise happening here. As for my last week, week 4, I started to add a lot more speed training, while in the same time I actually prepare myself mentally to ready for the competition. So for the first day of week 1 actually is my rest day for whole day as I travel back to my KL. And this is a lot 2 sessions here as I need to do a final push up. And usually after these 28 days, it should be around 2 to 3 days of fully active rest for your muscle recovery before your competitions.
Alright, so this is actually all of my 28 days training plan. Let's move to the first questions of the day, which is how I set my rest period or rest day. First of all, rest is important for the muscle recovery and also avoid injury. For me, actually I would depends a lot of my body. I will actually listen more to my body. If I feel sore today and I think I'm not able to perform a high level activity such as a speed workout or any strengthening exercise, so I will stop it. Second questions to ask for this training plan is why I'm doing 2 sessions per day. Basically, you can see from my training plan, there is actually a lot of 2 sessions every day. First of all, I would like to share with you guys from the Kobe Bryant's NBA legends. He always asks everyone, does anyone see the view of LA in the 4 a.m. in the morning? The reason he chose to wake up so early is because he tend to have 1 to 2 more sessions compared to the others, so you can train more. So once we train more, we actually can improve in a faster way. But do take note that if you feel your body is tired, don't do these 2 sessions per day. We need to slowly adapt ourselves for 1 session per day, then follow with 2 sessions. So basically for these 2 sessions usually will be 1 hard and 1 easy. So 1 hard will be probably tempo run, you can do your speed workout, strengthening, then with an easy run. So for me, the reason I'm putting 2 sessions per day is because I want my body to adapt in this intensity, so that especially my leg, so that it can adapt and able to run more effectively. For my third question is, how do I recover from my training? Actually, I didn't mention in every training vlog that I have a foam rolling every night. So why is the importance of the foam rolling? This is a foam rolling I've been using for a long period of time, over 2 years, and it's still in a good quality. I'm not promoting this foam roll, but I'm just going to share with you guys the reason of doing foam rolling. So the good things about foam rolling is, apart from stretching after our training, you can actually do foam rolling at home. So at night, well, before your dinner, you can actually do this to lengthen the muscle. And apart from stretching, we can do the foam rolling also. Foam rolling is important if tomorrow we have another training, and while today we are actually quite sore, it can promote our blood circulation and improve the muscle recovery. Apart from foam rolling, another one important point is to eat clean. Later on, I will focus more on the nutrition in another slot. So just 2 important points: reduce processed food, increase your amount of fresh food. The rest period is usually you should take a full day of active rest. Active rest can be you need to stay active throughout the day. So for example, you can just have a walk in the morning, keep yourself moving, but not in the training way. Next, I'm going to share what is the key data that I'm focusing during this training plan. First of all, I actually focus on the duration of my training, because I'm actually started after few weeks of without any active exercise. So the time is important in this point, as the pace will usually be quite slow if you're just started. So as you move on after the first week, you do a lot of time training, for example 45-minute run, 30-minute run. After it, you are started to entering your second week, you can start focusing on your pace or also your distance. You want to run in 5 km in which pace. So this is all you can consider and arrange in yourself according to your own pace. So the reason I'm not using the heart rate as a key data is because heart rate is a bit complicated compared to the pace and also distance. And also a lot of people, they didn't have sport watch, they just use their phone to track their training. So basically pace and also duration is the best key data that they can use to be implemented to see the improvement in their training. Apart from the pace and also the distance I run, you can actually do another third key data, which is the rate of perceived exertions. This RPE is actually the toughness or your feeling during your training. So usually you'll feel a bit stressful, easily sort of breath during your first week of training, is because you need your body to adapt in this kind of situation, in this kind of intensity of training. So usually you feel a bit stressful, and while you keep training, you feel it's getting easier and easier. So which means that this RPE is getting lower. So you can actually train from that to see whether you got improvement or not. And talk about the heart rate. A lot of people are asking about which brand or which kind of watch is more accurate to measure the heart rate. Is it the chest heart rate monitor? For this one, it actually depends on everyone. For me, the most important thing is you are using the same device to measure throughout your training to see your improvement, as we are actually not comparing to the others, as my heart rate might be low but my rate of precision is high compared to another guy that heart rate is high but he think he's quite easy to able to run in that pace. So it actually depends on people. We actually run for our own, so just remember in this point. And last thing to remember is don't start it aggressively or too intense for the first week of your training, because the most important thing in sport is longevity, as I have explained in, I'm not sure, it's the few video that I have posted in YouTube. So you need to start gradually, plan it gradually, increase the intensity time by time so you can prevent injury as well. You can see I've actually arranged a lot of my running training in the morning compared to the afternoon. The reason why I'm putting more on the morning slot is because if we got a lot of activities or we have working throughout the day, the morning is things that we can adjust. We can actually, if we have long run, we can actually plan it to wake up earlier to be able to have the long run, then continue with our work by 9 a.m. for example. If you're planning your running schedule in evening, you will feel not so fresh enough compared to the mental while you are just wake up. And also a lot of meetings, a lot of events that might come suddenly that may compress your evening slot, so it make you a bit harder to be able to complete all the training plan that you have planned if you put a lot in the evening. So next I'm going to share the shoes that I've wear throughout these 28 days of training. I've actually worked 4 different kind of shoes. One is the trail shoes, which I didn't have in here. Then this is another 3. So you can see this is SL20, my favorite shoe for the speed workout. This is the Under Armour Charge Pulse, which I use a lot for a lot of explosive workout and also gym sessions. And the last shoe is Glycerin 19 from Brooks. So this shoe is my daily trainer shoe, and also for the long run, as it provide a lot of cushioning, which I like it a lot. Alright, so please comment down below if you want me to review any of these shoes here. I think I will make a review for this Brooks Glycerin 19 soonly, so please stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't. In my 12th video that I have posted under this training plan, I actually involve a lot of sharing plan for you guys to observe as a beginner, as I'm not a pro or elite runner. So all these things I'm actually sharing based on my experience and the knowledge I have. So let's move on. While we are talking about nutrition for a student which living in my dormitory under the government university is actually quite hard, as we didn't actually have a refrigerator to store a lot of things. So for example, like I didn't actually add dairy product in my nutrition, as we can actually store the milk in our room. So basically, as you can see here, I actually posted the picture of my common breakfast. So my main breakfast will be the oatmeal and also Milo for flavoring, and add in few add-on, for example the protein powder, the fruits such as banana, and a lot more. As you can see in this picture, I'm just sharing all the things that you can do as a student we are living in your room. So these are all for the reference, especially for those students who are living in the dormitory. Just a little bit add-on for the milk. Actually, a lot of people also ask about for the milk nutrition, actually which type of milk is preferred compared to the other For example, a lot of people comparing the low-fat milk and also the full cream milk. So actually for these two, I've asked and also see a lot of informative poster, and actually it came back to, if you are a person who would like to lose fat, it's better to consume the low-fat milk. Well, if you are a person who just like me, not so high in the fat percentage, you can just have your full cream milk to have all those nutrients. Next, you can actually see I start to implement a lot of the weight training, the gym session in this training plan, is because I'm not a gym guy, alright, I'm just a gym beginner as well. All those weights are quite unfamiliar to me. I love a lot of workout without all those equipment, as you know, not everyone able to go to the gym, and it's quite not safety as well due to the spreading of coronavirus if you are going to those public places. So for me, you can see I've posted this for those non-equipment training. You can just see this is a circuit training that I've planned about a year ago. Can have a look inside. It's quite useful, especially for the runners or anyone who actually want to maintain your fitness level. So the reason why I'm actually getting into the gym is because I want to add on more weight. Muscle strength is quite important in the field of trail running, because we actually need to climb up and down. We involve those elevation. For elevation, we need a lot of muscle strength. So trail is actually combining of the endurance and also strengthening for our muscle. So for the gym workout, you can see a lot of weight I'm added in is actually not so heavy. I just prefer the weight that I'm comfortable with, but I do a lot of repetition. For example, 10 repetition or 12 repetition each set for 4 sets for one exercise. Then I usually do 6 to 8 exercises in one session, which is almost 1 hour, excluded warm up and also cool down. So basically, strengthening is important to me because it makes me more confident and also look strong and fit to get ready for my speed training. Just a suggestion from me here on how to plan for your training plan. Everyone can have their own training plan according to their own adaptations. So, especially in Malaysia, this country which we have a lot of raining season in these few months, the rain just came so fast, and also it might ended or continuous for a few hours throughout it. So for me, how do I plan my training here? I usually plan 2 to 3 days forward. So if there is a raining or anything, I will just do a recovery or have my static bicycle at my home, and also do some active recovery during the raining day, and proceed with running if there is the good weather. Especially in the country of Malaysia, don't plan it straight away 30 days for 1 month for all your plan, because you won't know how the weather will change according to time by time. So you can make a small step forward. It might be 2 to 3 days further first, then continue and have your whole plan. So actually for me, I didn't set my whole monthly plan at the first. Hope you learned a lot from this video, as I share a lot of the knowledge and also my experience in this video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe and also like this video. So that's all from me. See ya.